there! Welcome to Robinsky's House of Fine Barbecue, where we put the fun in dysfunctional. So here you're going to be shown how to do some interesting recipes. A lot of barbecue, because that's what we do here. Anyway, sit back, have a beer, relax, and enjoy the video. Here we go. Super Bowl Sunday, smoked pulled pork sandwich. And boy, is it good. Pork shoulder picnic roast. It's not smoked, it's not brined, it's not cured, it's not nothing. It was like 99 cents a pound. This particular one's about 10 pounds, 4.58 kilos to be exact. But it looks like a really good chunk of meat to build a really kick-ass pulled pork out of, hey? You know, it's got lots of meat, got the right amount of fat for marbling, things like that. Bone in, add some flavor. And I've been debating taking the skin off, but I thought, you know, nah, I'm just going to leave it on for now. But what we're going to do is something a little different. We're going to try and make a brine and make this into kind of like a hamish kind of deal. So what we're going to do is brine it up for maybe a week and then put it on the smoke. So hopefully we end up with something quite similar to, you know, smoked picnic shoulder roast that you get at the store, like a ham kind of deal. We're going to try her. Alright, here are the ingredients to the brine. First off, you got about 3 bay leaves. Then you've got 1 tablespoon juniper berries. You can get these at your local health food store. Then you got a tablespoon of pickling salt. Again, health food store, bulk store, whatever. Then I got a tablespoonful of assorted mixed peppercorns. Tablespoonful of Montreal steak spice. And almost a tablespoon, well to be exact, 1.5 teaspoons of the meat cure that I get from the Ukrainian co-op in Regina. Then you got a cup of brown sugar. Now you can see I got white sugar in there because I ran out of brown, so I got about half a cup of white, half a cup of brown. And then a cup of kosher salt. We're going to add that to about 4 liters of water and make our brine. Alright, our water's boiling so we can make our brine. We told you what the ingredients are before. You got kosher salt, you got brown sugar, even though it looks white, that's because I forgot to buy some. So I got white and brown. About 3 bay leaves. Teaspoon and a half of the meat cure from the Ukrainian co-op. Tablespoonful of Montreal steak spice. Very important that you use that. Use it for flavor. Tablespoon black mixed peppercorns, but you can use black, no big deal. Tablespoon pickling spice. Tablespoon of juniper berries. You can get them at your health food store, like I said before. Alright, we'll get this boiling here. All you gotta do, basically bring it to a boil. You know, bring it to boil, let it cool, and we shall come back. Well, I hemmed and hawed about taking the skin off the pork shoulder, but I did anyway. But the basic reason is that we're not really looking at presentation here. This is going to be a pulled pork anyway. So anyway, so now that your brine is cool, you're going to add your brine. So we're going to probably brine this up for maybe a week. That's going too slow. Just pour this stuff in. Whoops, we missed a little bit. Pour your brine into your pot with that. Get all that seasoning in there. Okay, so anyway, we're going to brine this up for about a week. Alright, so about every day or so, you take your pork out of the fridge, and what we got here is our trusty meat injector. So you fill her up with the brine. I've been doing this, did this with my bacon for years. It just gets a lot more brine in there than just, oop, I hit a bone. So if you hit a bone, turn her over and do it again. Anyway, about every day, or two, doesn't matter. The more the better actually, because you get more of the brine inside the meat. Okay, so we fired up the Bradley smoker and we put the pork shoulder on hickory smoke about half an hour ago. It's a windy day. Got no heat on it, just smoke, and today we're using hickory. So, with any luck, we'll smoke all day long, and it should be yummy. Okay, but once every hour or so, what you need to do is get your spritz bottle out. What we got here is a little bit of apple juice in the spritz bottle. Let's give your pork shoulder a little bit of spritz there. We do this to prevent it from drying out. The smoke has a tendency to dry out. Okay, well this has been on the smoker with no heat on it since 10:30 this morning, so it's been on 8 hours. And it's not cooked, nothing, it's just raw and still cold, as a matter of fact. But anyway, because there's no heat, all I wanted was the smoke flavoring in this. for now. So what we're going to do now, phase 2, we're going to put a bunch of rub on. We use the regular Southwest barbecue rub. And you know what the recipe for that is, how to make it. So put a bunch of the rub on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to rub the rub in, and we're going to leave it overnight. What happens is basically the moisture comes out of the meat and it kind of forms a glaze with the rub. So we want to do that before we put it on the pellet queue, which will smoke again for a few hours tomorrow under heat to get her done. So, okay, we'll finish rubbing it and we'll see you tomorrow. What we're going to do basically is just cover it with tin foil. Alright, through the miracle of time travel, it's now Sunday morning, so we've taken our pork shoulder roast out of the fridge. And see how it looks. Looks good, looks good. Oh yeah, see, the rub has had the time overnight to absorb into the fibers of the meat. So we're going to take this outside. We're going to put it on the pellet queue about 225 for a while and smoke away and cook away all day. So, okay, we had it on the pellet queue since about 7:30 this morning, and now it's light out, smoking away. We got it at 250 degrees. Let's have a little peek here. She's cold, so it's probably not cranking up that night. So we give it the usual twist with apple juice once every couple 3 hours, hour or two. Give it salt, give it a spritz. Keeps it moist. Okay, so today what we're doing is we're using the char griller pellet queue, and we're using hickory for the smoke. Okay, we'll be back. Alrighty, welcome back. Now it's time to make a sauce. For the sauce you're going to need some malt vinegar, plain ordinary malt vinegar, tomato ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, liquid smoke, gotta have liquid smoke, sweet chili sauce for chicken, works really good, and of course you have to have garlic. And the very last thing you need for the ingredients, your favorite tasty beverage. So we're going to have a little sip here, and we'll come back. Don't put your tasty beverage in with the sauce. You need that for yourself. We'll come right back. Alright, now it's time to actually start making the sauce. So since we're cooking for a crowd today, you're going to take 3 cups of ketchup, put it in your pot there, 3 cups of the sweet chili sauce into the pot. She's a windy day here, so I don't know how many people we're cooking for, but we've got 10 pounds of meat anyway. 3/4 cup Dijon mustard. Alrighty, into the pot it goes. 3 heaping tablespoons garlic. Nice chopped garlic here. 1, 2, 3. Garlic's good for you, you know. 6 tablespoons of malt vinegar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 tablespoons liquid smoke. 3 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce. Okay, get that heated up and simmer it for a bit. Alrighty, well it's been about 15-20 minutes and this is simmered away. I had to add some water to it because you don't want it too thick, because it's really not a barbecue sauce. It's a sauce that goes in with the meat at the end and a little bit as well to taste, right? So I thinned it out with about 1.5 cups of water. Alrighty, so we're going to let her cool, strain. Alrighty, so we strained the sauce and we've thinned it out a little bit using some water to get it to a little thinner consistency, because you don't really want it too thick. This is not going on the meat when we're cooking, it's going into the meat when we mix it up after we're done shredding it. Alrighty, let's have a peek here. It's been on about 4 hours, and oh, look at that. One of the things I learned just a couple of hours ago, my spritzer bottle froze up. One of the problems with northern style barbecue is the elements, the cold and the snow and the like. So my spritzer bottle with just plain apple juice froze up, and next time we're going to have Jack Daniel's antifreeze to it. Look, we're getting some nice color and some good bark going on here, and the temperature is 164, so we're getting there. Alright, it's been about 7 hours. Let's have a peek here. Okay, 195 degrees, so it says let's take a peek here. Oh, look at that. Looks done. Okay, we're going to take her into the house. Alright, so we've had it on the Q on smoking on hickory for about 7 hours. It reached an internal temperature of 195 degrees. We had it set at 250 degrees, although it's cold out, so it never made it past about 225, 230, which is just as good. And, oh, look, we got nice bark on that. So what we're going to do is just tent it up, you know, with some tin foil, and we'll let it set. And we'll come back after about 15-20 minutes after it sets up a little bit, and then we'll show you. Alright, well, she's been tented up to let sit for about half an hour now, so let's have a little look, see how we're doing. Oh, look at that. You know, look at that, the bones are coming out. That's going to be a good piece of meat. I just want to slice some off here for now. Oh, look at the juices running out. Oh man, it's slipping on me. Whoa, look at that. Turned out nice and pink like a ham. We gotta taste this. Oh my goodness. That's good. We're gonna start pulling it apart. Alright, so here's what you end up with. Roaster full of really good pulled pork. I haven't put any sauce on it yet, but I'm gonna put some on a bun, a little bit of cold slaw, put some sauce on it, show you the finished product. Alright, so we got ciabatta bun, 9 whole grains, we'll put some of our sauce on it. Oh yeah, perfect. You want it to be sloppy like that. That's how they do it. A little bit of coleslaw, considering we forgot the coleslaw last time. We got it this time. And to finish it off, they call this an Alabama style, where you put some plain regular dill pickles on it. There you go. Super Bowl Sunday. Smoked pulled pork sandwich. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you feel like it, feel free to subscribe to the Robinsky YouTube channel, where you see all kinds of interesting methods of cooking, especially barbecue. So remember, peace out and Jesus loves you. Bye for now.